Hello, I'm Nathan Judah. I'm here with Wolves reporter, Mr. Joe Edwards from very hot Dusseldorf. We're here ahead of the big game tomorrow night. It's Wolves against Sevilla from Duisburg, which is a short journey away. So we've flown into Dusseldorf, so we're spending the night in Dusseldorf. Got some vino behind as well.
Well, this is Nathan's personal wine collection.
So yes, absolutely, yes, delicious. I think Jean Moutinho is more likely.
Yes.
Look, we've heard from Nuno and we've heard from Ruben Neves ahead of the big game tomorrow night. Look, let's talk about Nuno first. Obviously, it's been a long season, and sometimes in a great mood, sometimes in a less than happy mood. He just wants to get on with it, doesn't he? He wants to get on. He's ready to get on the training field and really prepare the squad tomorrow night, which is a massive game. But quietly he'll be thinking they can win this tournament. Why can't they?
Exactly. Steely determination is what you could describe it as. I think that's what I described it as on Twitter. But
he wasn't happy with his Europa League sign in front of him.
No, he was
threw it away.
Doing press conference virtually. Nuno, weren't the biggest fan of that. But his mind's on the game. They're training now as we speak at the Hemisphere Arena in Duisburg, just going to get a feel for that pitch. Kind of switched on, knows what Sevilla are going to bring, but equally knows what Wolves can do, hailed them as a special group of players, as they are, and fingers crossed they can do the business tomorrow.
Look, one person who's not travelled is Johnny, of course. He knows it's a huge loss, but at the same time, he wants, as you saw at the end of the game, on Thursday night when he had all his players together, and this is for him. It's for the players. And if he's missing, then someone's going to step up, and that's probably going to be Ruben Vinagre.
Yeah, I can't see anybody else. I mean, with all due respect, Lewis Richards has come out and took Johnny's place in the squad, but you're never going to throw him in. So it's Ruben Vinagre, and Nuno says that yes, Johnny's not here, but he's here in spirit. We're going to do it for him, and Ruben Neves, who we also spoke to, echoing those sentiments. Let's do it for Johnny. So that's a big blow, isn't it? Losing him to an ACL. I mean, worst fears confirmed, really. But they're without him, but they're confident that they've got enough there to beat Sevilla. It will be a big ask, but Wolves, they're here for a reason.
They are, and Neves said that. And I think the best line that he came up with in his press conference. Everybody's talking about Sevilla and they're a good side, and go favourites going into the game, and he's like, oh, wait a minute. Sevilla should be worried about us. And I thought that was great, because at the end of the day, you can only affect what's in front of you. You've got to sort yourselves out. If Wolves play well tomorrow night, then they know they can win this.
It says a lot about the mentality at Wolves, and it says a lot about Neves. Neves has spoke to us a little bit more recently.
Really, speaks very well, doesn't he?
Speaks very well. Really impressed by his character. Talks a lot like a captain, really. I know we've got Conor Cody.
Future captain?
Yeah, he talks tremendously. But Neves equally looks the part, talks the part, and he makes a great point. Wolves have got a lot of quality in their ranks. I mean, you look at that Sevilla side. Yes, they've got quality. Jesus Navas, Lucas Ocampos. But for Navas, you've got Doherty, who races down the flank for Wolves. You've got Jimenez, who scores goals by the bucket load. So, they are quite well matched. Sevilla, of course, have the pedigree in the competition, winning it 5 times, which is more than anybody. But Wolves have taken this competition by storm. It's a quarter-final tie with 2 teams who are both very deserving of being here.
And of course, Neves said and spoke warmly about the opposition manager, who knows very well.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point, really. It's something that I'd overlooked, really. Jordan Lopetegui actually gave Neves his first opportunity in professional football. He was the one who introduced him to that Porto side and played a large part in his career. So Neves will be keen to show him just how far he's come, really. Of course, Lopetegui is the one who gave him that opportunity, but you can't argue that Nuno is the one that's helped take him to another level. And you've got a feeling that players like Neves, Moutinho as well in the middle of the park, Rui Patricio with all these kind of big game experience. I think these players that have been there and done it before in Europe, I mean, Neves hasn't got the years on those players, but he's got a similar level of experience. I think those who've been and done it before in these big European ties can really come to the fore tomorrow night.
I mean, it's a fantastic achievement, as they've said, getting to the last 8 of any European competition. But you just feel they're not done yet, are they? They feel like, okay, we're here, but we're here for a reason. We're quite happy to keep on playing. We don't care that, September the 12th, in 3 or 4 weeks' time, the season starts again. Let's influence now. And, why can't they? Why can't they win tomorrow night? And everybody's writing them off saying, well, they're going to get knocked out by Man United. Well, stop it. It's ridiculous. Shut up. Why can't they? They can go all the way.
Well, they're here for a reason, aren't they? They started this competition in July 25th of last year, and they want to end it a week on Friday, lifting that trophy in Cologne. And why not? They're within as good a chance as anybody. It's straight knockout football. You'd back Wolves against any team really in 90 minutes if Wolves turn up on the day.
Do you think it suits them a one-off game?
I think so.
Because obviously they've already played in Duisburg, Sevilla. They do know the pitch, they know the surroundings, but in a neutral ground with no fans, does that really make too much difference?
Well, it's second nature for Wolves now. They're used to it. They're used to playing in front of empty stadiums. I think the Molyneux factor and stuff has helped them massively in the past, but I just think that Wolves, on their day, you'd back them against anybody. If they perform at the level that we know that they can, they've got every chance of beating Sevilla tomorrow. Yes, they've got quality Sevilla. That, we talk about them winning this competition so many times, and they're almost expected to be in this position. Wolves are the newcomers that have broke new ground, really, taken everybody by surprise, you could say.
Yeah.
But they equally deserve to be where they are, and they're two teams, very good teams. I think it's going to be a dramatic quarter-final either way, but no point writing Wolves off. You write Wolves off at your peril. It almost seems like fate for Wolves to go all the way in this.
I hope so. I've packed for 10, 11, 12 days, so it's all right, you know what I mean? Well, I know by your luggage size, it's unbelievable. So incredibly, you predicted long last the team that took to the field against Olympiacos. So, what does Nuno do tomorrow night? Obviously, we know no Johnny. What do you expect to see?
Well, there's now Johnny and there's now Daniel Pedence. Either that frustrating kind of booking, that means he misses out tomorrow night. So Wolves, I think you've got to go 3-5-2. You're just looking at it. I think Vinagre could do with perhaps a little bit of help.
Yeah.
And I think if you're more compact in that 3-5-2, then I think it lends itself to that. I think Jota has enjoyed this competition, and perhaps the way you do get the best out of him is to play him up front with Raul Jimenez. And I think Sevilla, like we saw with Olympiacos last week, they could well dictate possession for the first half at least, and well into the second. But I think if you've got that Jimenez and Jota factor on the counter, they can easily put 2 or 3 past Sevilla if they're at it. Yeah. So 3-5-2 for me.
You say about Vinagre and maybe being, obviously he likes to go down the wing, but it's going to be an excellent contest with Navas. But at the same time, would you be tempted to maybe move Willy Bolly across to the left where he has played? Yeah. Maybe Saiz to the right? Or some people say maybe you bring in Dendoncker, but then you've got that front, that middle three. No offence, no disrespect to Morgan's wife, you're not bringing him into that front three, are you? So, or do you think he'll just say, right, well, say you've had a fantastic season, I'm backing my players, I'm backing them 100%, I'm not changing anything that I don't need to change, let's just go and win this game?
I think there is an argument for that, to perhaps switch Bolly to the other side, but equally, I thought Saiz was maybe the pick of the bunch at the back against Olympiacos, and he'll know their striker very well. Youssef En-Nesyri, he scored against Roma last week. Yes, it's not the be-all and end-all, but he's played with him from Morocco. He kind of knows what he's about, and they'll be tapping into that knowledge of En-Nesyri to try and keep him quiet. And I think Saiz has done enough to keep his place and keep his place on that left hand of the back three. I think he's done well there. Yes, he's maybe not everybody's natural defender, but I think he's earned his salt, and hopefully, I think the onus really is on Vinagre stepping up to the plate, because this is a massive opportunity for him, not only just for tomorrow night, but for perhaps the next 9 to 12 months. He needs to cement that spot at left wing back now. We know Johnny's going to be out. This is Vinagre's time to shine.
Myself and Mr. Joe Edwards shall be at the Europa League quarter-final in Duisburg tomorrow night. Wolves against Sevilla, 9 o'clock here, 8 o'clock back at home. For all the build-up on this one, make sure you log on to expressandstar.com.